Hey you guys, it's your babes.
She's an icon, she's a legend, and she is the moment.
No, okay, so I am like kind of semi back to YouTube. I just been wanting to like, kind of like talk about some stuff, like let's get into the gig. And I kind of want to call this like keeping up with Kyle. Like, y'all think that's cute? Y'all back home, y'all think that's cute? I think I'm gonna call it keeping up with Kyle. So welcome to Keeping Up with Kyle. This first video, we just gonna be getting into the shit. All things gay. Yay.
Gay!
And yeah, we just gonna be up here shooting shit while I'm doing my makeup. I just recently got into makeup. I was not a makeup girly, but like seeing how everybody else doing it, it's like they're eating down. And it's like hello. Like obviously I have the face for it. So I like bought some stuff and I like really was just like trying it out and I kind of ate. Like the first time I did it, I kind of ate. So yeah, y'all just gonna be doing my makeup with me. Period. Okay, so I'm gonna just pretty much show you what I'm using, tell you what I'm doing as I'm talking about stuff, okay? So the first thing obviously you do is you go in with a good primer. I'm using the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. And I pretty much just do a couple squirts of that and just put it all over my face, child. This is all stuff that I've seen like the YouTube girlies do. Like I said, I'm still new to this. So like literally I just got all of this stuff from just watching the girlies do what they do. So let's start the conversation. So pretty much this YouTube video, like I said, is going to be all things gay. So anything about the LGBTQ, that's what I'm going to be talking about. So the TL, my TL, shall I say, has been lit up with this whole femme versus mask thing, right? And obviously, I'm more on the feminine side. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like I don't know. I just feel like the gay community has this thing about like just the whole femme mask thing. Like I feel like as long as you're like mask presenting, it don't really matter if you femme or not. Like you could be femme, you could be mask, you could be in between. As long as you're mask presenting, that's kind of what the standard is nowadays. I feel, again, this is just all my opinion. Um, I just feel that way. Even though I feel like the femmes chew down. I would like to think I'm one of them. But the femmes chew down. Obviously the mask niggas fine as fuck. Butch queens, I think they call them when they do both. They eat down too. Like we all just look good. I just feel like as far as the whole femme mask thing, like whatever you like, babe. Like whatever you like. It's okay to like whatever you like. As long as you're not like putting another group down. Like I'm not finna sit here and be like, oh yeah, I love masculine niggas only. Them femme niggas don't do it for me. Like I'm not just like lifting one group up to put another group down. If you like niggas who are masked, that's just what you like. If you like men who are femme, that's just what you like. It just really doesn't matter. I'm just kind of like, whatever. Before I go on, I'm gonna go in with my Morphe foundation. This is what I went into Ulta with. Actually, I'm lying. I didn't go into Ulta with. I went to Ulta and I was like, let me see who really chewing. So I scanned the room for the workers to see who was really beat down, and it was this guy, of course. Gay guy, face was beat down, honey, to the gods. I was like, yeah, I need to talk to him. So I'm like, hey boo, hey bookie. Just starting off with makeup. What should I get? He gave me this. So I bought it. I was like, he of course tried it on me just to like color match it, make sure it was the right color. He ended up finding my right color, which was this. And I was like, I believe you. I'm buying it. Put it in the cart. So that's what I'm going with. I kind of just, matter of fact, why I'm lying, I definitely skipped a couple spots. I don't even go with that. I do the color corrector because I do have a couple spots. Do my paper towel away. I have a couple spots that I kind of want to cover, and they say you're supposed to go in with like a color corrector thingy or whatever. I have the orange one, so that's what I go in with, and I got this from the dollar store, child. Ooh, I got this from the dollar store, child. This is from LA Colors, and I just kind of like go in with it on like my dark or red spots. And it kind of just like, you know, covers them up. It does a better way of just like making sure your makeup is like smooth across the board so that it doesn't look too like spotty and stuff like that under it, because you don't want to be looking like a motherfucking cheese pizza now. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so back into the conversation. I just feel like, oh, well, what I was going to say was like, sometimes I'm not gonna lie and say I'm over it, because I'm definitely not completely 100% over it. I definitely want to be, and I'm definitely getting towards that way. But like sometimes I do get just a little discouraged about like dating, because like I said, it seems like everyone is kind of like going for that whole mask thing. So obviously I'm not mask. I'm not mask even in the slightest. I can't even pretend to be mask, honey, because it's just not gonna work. So, I kind of get discouraged, because it's like, well, damn, if all these niggas want mask niggas, I don't stand a chance, because I'm just not that. But again, when I said earlier, like, you just kind of like what you like. There's definitely guys out there who like men like me. It's just kind of like up to me to find them, I guess, or for them to find me. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely a hopeless romantic. So before, it was definitely given like, I want love. I want to be in a relationship. I just like was one of those people who like, I just want my man. My man, my man, my man. I just want to be with my man. But it's like, as I'm getting older, girl, you have way more issues than Vogue, okay? You have way more shit to worry about than a man. I just feel like if you kind of like go through life, accomplish your goals, achieve your goals, like go after things that you want to do in life, a man will come. A man will come. So if there's like a job, a career path, school, anything that you want to do, live life, go travel, make friends, you know what I'm saying? Do all of these things, and love will find you. It will, just by you. Okay. Now I'm going in with the morphine. Once you do all of those things, I feel like, again, love will find you. You're going to be doing so many things, going so many places, meeting people. And that's kind of where it starts. You know what I'm saying? My first, I want to say, relationship was kind of like that. I really wasn't looking to be in a relationship, to be quite honest. I was working at this shoe store. I'm not going to say the name because I don't want to tell them. But I was working at this shoe store, and like obviously shoe store, if y'all don't know, niggas galore. Men want shoes, niggas want shoes. Jordans, Nikes, the whole 9 yards. So I used to see like hundreds of guys every day. You know what I'm saying? So I met this guy, and how we really met was my coworker was actually like helping him out, because she was the first person that he saw, because I was in the back. I don't know what I was in the back, probably harassing my manager. I am that annoying friend. I just like to like crack jokes and like just get on your nerves. But it's like all fun and games. It's all love. So I definitely was in the back. I came out and I seen her. I did not see him. I seen her because I wanted to like scope the scenery out, scope it out, just to make sure I didn't leave my girl high and dry alone with just a whole bunch of people. So I didn't see him. I definitely saw her. Once I kind of went out there, because I was like, let me just go ahead and double check. Once I went to go talk to her, that's when I seen him. Seen him. I figured that, she was helping him out find something, because they were talking, chit-chatting and stuff. And, he was just telling her, like, things that he was doing and what he was needing the stuff for. So upon him seeing me, he was like, matter of fact, you can go ahead and help me too. You seem fashionable. And I need like a couple outfits, not just one. So you can go ahead and help her as well. So I'm like, okay, period. Once I heard that, girl, I'm like, bitch, let's run this nigga pockets up, honey. We both high-fived. We just understood the assignment. We knew what it was. She was a very pretty girl. My girl, my sis, one of the baddest of them all. Men used to come in the store just for her, just to see her. They ain't even really care about buying shoes. They pretty much just wanted to like, talk to her and stuff like that. So it would be times where she would have so many, whatever, like we would just kind of split it, whatever. So with him, hearing that, he was like, you helped me too. We like, bitch, we finna run this nigga pockets. What is you talking about? So anyway, so she's picking out outfits. I'm picking up outfits. I want to say for the premise, he had a shoe. And once we had the shoe, we just build around it. I know y'all see people get the beauty blender and they pat it and stuff. I do that too, but sometimes I drag it.
Drag her.
Because I feel like it really blends in there. It really kind of like, does the job. But anyway, so again, she's picking out outfits. I'm picking out outfits around the shoe, right? There was this particular outfit that we had with that specific shoe where it was the shirt, the shorts, and the Jordans. So we pretty much had everything except for the shorts. I remember this because what we could do was we could call like a neighboring store and see if they had it. And if they did have it, we can kind of like, hold it for him or like reserve it for him and he can just kind of go pick it up. So being where our store was, there was a Champs literally 2 stores down. It was not far at all. So I was like, let me see if they have it. And then if they have it, you can just go ahead and pick it up. So he was like, okay, cool. Not thinking anything of it, we just helping him. We is trying to run up a tag because, we also are getting commission off of this stuff. So however many people people buy, we get a little check off of it. So I'm trying to do my job, make sure we can find these shorts so that, of course, the shorts I'm not going to get commission off of because it is with another store. But, I'm just trying to do the dash, go an extra mile for him because he is up in here trying to spend money. So I called the store, or as I'm trying to call the store, he's just kind of standing there. We're just kind of like making small talk really. And I'm just letting him know like, yeah, I'm just, calling the store just to make sure that they have it. So that way you can just go ahead and pick it up when you leave here. He's like, okay, cool. So I'm on the phone with them and trying to see if they got these shorts. They do have the shorts. So they're like, yeah, we can go ahead and put it aside for him. Just let him know that he can just come and get it. We're like, okay, cool. As, I'm getting off the phone, he says something like, you real cute or something like that. I can't remember what exactly he said, but bitch, it threw me off guard because I'm like, you gay? Is you gay? Is you one of us? Because I'm like, I'm just treating this as a regular customer. I didn't look at him like, oh, he cute. Like, I didn't even give it that approach. I'm just, you coming here to spend money, let's run his tab up. That's what I was thinking. So when he said that, it really threw me aback. So of course I'm like, oh, thanks. Like, I appreciate it. Whatever. Because I'm not going to lie. There were some times where guys would tell me I'm cute or like I look good or something like that. And it wasn't in a super like, oh, I'm trying to fuck with you way. It was just like, oh, like, noticing someone else being attractive. Like, oh, you look good, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And that was it. It was no follow-up, no. So I'm just like, okay, thanks. Like, I appreciate it. Just something like a little nice encounter. And I want to say I probably gave him a compliment too. Like, oh, like you're really cute. You're really handsome as well. Like, whatever. He's given, at the time I was, y'all gonna be so mad at me. But at the time I was 17 going on 18. And I'm not even gonna try to, I was turning 18 in a month because it really doesn't matter. I was 17 going on 18. He gave every bit of, he didn't look no older than 24, 25. Granted, he was in a suit. He was in a suit and tie, but he had just told us that he had came from church or something like that. But he didn't look no older than 25, 24, 25. So we're just kind of chopping it off. At this point, he's flirting with me. And I'm kind of like, this nigga flirting with me. Like, he trying to give me, child. He trying to give me. Long story short, he genuinely did want the outfits and the sneakers, but he definitely spent a bag because he wanted to talk to me. I didn't know that at first, but he wanted to talk to me and, he wanted to spend that money. So that was like another kind of reason for him to just, spend the coin. We exchanged numbers. We didn't talk right away, which I thought was kind of weird because I'm like, nigga, you wanted my number? But I'm like, okay, whatever. Not thinking too much of it. But then that, he ended up contacting me again, which then turned into a full-blown relationship, y'all. So, how did I even get on the subject about that? I don't remember. I do. Love will find you. Okay. Again, I wasn't looking for love. I was 17. I'm just kind of like working, trying to get a little coin, let life pass me by. I wasn't looking for it. Just kind of like happened. Second boyfriend, we met on Twitter. That was, I'm gonna leave that where it's at. Um, and that's no discredit to him. That's no discredit to him because we it didn't end in the best of terms, but he definitely was like, I was in love with him. I was in love with him. The first guy, my first boyfriend, I don't really think I was in love with him. I did love what we had going on, because it was short lived. I ended up breaking up with him because I was like, dude. I ended up finding out he was 28. Do with that what you will. But he was not creepy. He wasn't like trying to take advantage of me. He wasn't, and I don't want to make it seem like I'm like making excuses for him, but he just really wasn't. I know some people's experiences are different, and my heart goes out to them. I'm so sorry that they went through that, but just from my personal experience, that's not how it was. Everything that we did, of course he wanted to do, but it was me making the first move. He wasn't like just, he wasn't suggestive. It just smooth. It was flow. It was flow. It flowed. It was smooth. But I ended up did bringing up things with him because I was like, you are a lot older than me. He had a good job. He had a nice car. He had his own house. He did have kids. You're established. You are in the gears of wanting to settle down. I'm 17, about to be 18, baby. I want to pop my shit. I'm young and turn. Fine, young and turn at that. So it's like, before this kind of like goes any further, I don't want to hurt you. I don't want to get hurt myself. So let me just cut this short. So that's kind of how that ended. Anyway, second relationship, I was fully in love with him. Fully in love with him. What I didn't realize is that when you get into relationships, a lot of stuff comes out. There was a lot of childhood trauma that I had that came out in that second relationship that I knew I had it, but I had no idea it would come so vast. Like it would just it showed its head, you know what I'm saying, in that second relationship. So I was madly in love with him, but I couldn't express it because I knew how to show affection, but just not in a relationship. I can't explain it. And it was a lot of things that we dealt with in the relationship that brought my childhood trauma to the forefront, which made it even just so much more difficult. So it just didn't work out, but leave that where it's at. So yeah, child. Moral of the story: go live life, do what you do, and a man will come. Love will come. Be smart about it. Be responsible. Be cautious, but allow yourself to be in the moment, experience it. I don't really like when people be like, oh, I got trust issues, da da da. I mean, I get it, being burnt multiple times, you're gonna have a wall up. But I feel like every experience is different, you know what I'm saying? Because that man that you may be giving a hard time, or you may not even get the second thought about, that may be your man, girl. He may be the man that God sent to you, and he may be so faithful. He may make you so happy. And I just don't want my sisters to, bypass it because they think about Tyrone and how Tyrone hurt you. Baby, you blocking your blessings. So that's why I'm just like, be cautious, but also be in the moment. You know what I'm saying? So we kind of just jumped a whole bunch of topics. I put on my foundation. Next, what I'm going to do is put on some more concealer. This is not a color corrector. This is just kind of to light my eyes up in different areas. I'm just literally doing what I've seen the girlies do. Again. One thing that I've saw on the TL that's kind of like, a lot of people have been tweeting it, is the whole like, oh, we should all just get back with our exes. Huh? Huh? What you mean get back with our exes? Like, obviously they're exes for a reason. I would probably eat a jean jacket. I would probably swallow a cabinet full. File cabinet at that. Full. Whole. Before I go ahead and get back with my ex. And, I'm not saying that to bash him. You know what I mean? But it just was not, it was not an enjoyable experience. You know what I'm saying? I think that when I was younger, I was just like, bad person, demon, narcissistic, hated him, horrible, 0 out of 10, -1 out of 10. But like, as you get older, you just kind of like, well, I realized some people, they're not bad people. They just may be bad people at whatever it is that they're doing. So like, a man, he may be a good man, but just a horrible father. He may be a good man, but a horrible partner. He may be a good man, but a horrible friend. And it can kind of go hand in hand. I can see the argument with that. But it's just like, with my ex, I don't believe he was a bad man. I don't think he was a bad person. He had a heart. He definitely cared about people. Was definitely on the meaner side though, but I've seen this man give money to homeless people. I've seen how he cared for others. So he's not I'm not gonna say that he's a bad man. He's a bad person because he's just put some on my chin. He's not a bad person. Now, is he the best partner? I don't think so. I think that is an area that he can definitely work on, to be better and find love. And it's not all on him. It's on me too. Because again, I didn't know how to show affection. I didn't know how to show love. I didn't know how to communicate. I didn't know how to communicate my feelings, and just say, hey, this is what I'm feeling, this is what I'm thinking. I don't like that. I don't like that this happened. I don't like the way that you talk to me. I don't like that this took place. I was very horrible at that because back in my home, you didn't have a voice. In the black, I'm gonna give this some time to. They say if you put your concealer on, give it a little minute to dry up, and it just better results. In my childhood, like in my home, like I didn't have a voice. It was what I say goes. So it don't really matter about you communicating nothing how you feel. What I say go as far as my parent. So it showed as far as like in my relationship. I just didn't know what that looked like as far as like me feeling something and then me vocalizing it. So it wasn't all on him. I think it was definitely a joint effort. But it's definitely not something that I would want to go back to. I thought I did. There were definitely moments where, him and I both, we spent the block because we thought that that's what we wanted. But I just don't think I think we both fell in love with I did fall in love with him. I'm not going to say that. I fell in love with him. But I feel like we also fell in love with the idea of each other. You know what I'm saying? I'm not that partner that's just gonna stay home and cater to your needs. And I am, but that's not all me. I want to go out. I want to go to the club. I want to be hang out with my friends. I want to hang out with my family. Like I love doing all of those things, and I think he just wanted someone that was just gonna be home, cook for him, clean for him, and be all about him. And that's okay to want that. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with that, but that's just not who I was. And it just didn't work. You know what I'm saying? It just didn't work. And I told him that. I said that. I was like, I think you fell in love with the idea of me because I am pretty, I'm small, I'm petite, fat ass. I have all of the physical attributes that you like. But as far as who I am as a person and kind of like the things that I want to do, I don't think they line up with the things that you want. You know what I'm saying? And that's okay. You just kind of like have to deal with that and figure it out. So no, the whole get back with your ex thing, no baby. And then my first ex, girl, he is married. He is a married man, honey. I will say, when I found out that nigga was married, hit my heart. It hit my heart. I don't know why, but it's like I may be toxic in that way, but all the niggas I've been with, you can't move on. You can't move on from me. Okay, because I was the best thing that you ever had. So when I find out that you're in a different relationship, doing better, and you married, and I'm here single, fighting for my life. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that exactly? But no. Obviously, that's toxic. That's not good. That's unhealthy. Super happy for him now. Like, I'm now happy for him. But I'm not gonna lie. In the moment when I found out nigga was married, I was having heart palpitations. I was like, huh? That's like if I were to ever see my second ex in a relationship. I probably would feel the same way. And I'm not gonna lie. In between, like, we had like a breakup and stuff. We ended up getting back together. But in between that, he was with this girl. Child. That man put me through the ringer. And it's really like not his fault because we broke up. He found someone new. He hadn't got in a relationship. Like, that's his business. But when I tell you I was so heartbroken and I felt myself trying to compete with her, not even really like knowing that I was doing it. It was kind of like a subconscious thing, but kind of like competing with her, anytime that they were like in a thing or, whatever, I'm right there. Cause I'm like, I'm trying to get my man back. And that was me at the time. That was so wrong of me to do. Like, no, girl, you are not giving very much girls grow. But it is what it is. Well, I'm not gonna say abort mission because everybody's experience is different. If being with that man is helping you, sis, or if that was a good person and it was just kind of like the one that got away, or if it was a healthy situation and things got in the way or whatever the case, and you want to spin a block to your ex, do it, babe. Do what makes you happy. But if it wasn't a situation that was happy and it was toxic and it was da 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 da, that's just not smart. It's not wise. Don't think that that's the go. So that was just like a little funny tweet that I seen that I was like, I don't like that. I ain't doing that, honey. I'm not doing that. So y'all, I went ahead and I put my concealer on. The next thing that I like to do is go in with my bronzer. Now, it's tricky with bronzer because sometimes I put too little, sometimes I put too much, and I fuck myself up. I don't be knowing what I'm doing. I just kind of go with the flow. Again, I just be doing what I see the girlies do, honey. But so I'm just gonna put some of this on and kind of see. Look, I don't even. It's dark. It's just real dark. I think I want to go and get a cream bronzer. Y'all ever seen the sticks that they got? And it's kind of like, you kind of just. I like that.
I like that.
I kind of like that application better than like a powder. I don't know why, but the powder just don't do it for me. It just don't really do it for me. I put a little bit up here because I see them do that. Just kind of round my face out a bit. Don't know if it worked, but I do it. I do it. What's next? All things gay. We already tackled the film mask thing, spinning the block to your ex, cheating. We're gonna really get into the gig with this because I just don't understand why, like, oh, that's dark. I don't like that, y'all. This side I definitely did a little bit better with, but this side I don't like that. I'm just gonna tell it like I don't like that. When it comes to cheating, y'all, that's definitely one of my non-negotiables. My two non-negotiables is cheating and domestic violence. I'm not gonna be whipping your ass. You not gonna be whipping my ass. I just don't think that that's healthy. Like, it's just not. I have been in a situation like that before, and it traumatized the fuck out of me because it just was not it wasn't a pleasant experience. I'm thinking like I can do something wrong today, and you gonna whoop my ass because of it. I'm gonna have to defend myself. No, thank you. I can whoop on these hoes, but I don't want to be whooping on my man. You can whoop on them niggas, but I don't need you whooping on me. Period.
Period, bitch. Period.
So I just, that's just one of my non-negotiables, and it's cheating. I just feel like cheating. I'm gonna go in and blend this out with my foundation a little bit more because this side is dark, honey. And it's just not my color. But cheating is I just can't. Thank God I've never been cheated on that I know of. I've never felt that, never seen that, never experienced that. And I just don't want to. I think that if I was ever to be cheated on, that shit would break my heart into a million pieces. Like, I just don't. And I hate to see other people do it, because it's just not good. I just don't like it. I feel like if you feel as though you have to cheat on your partner, or if it's coming to that, just leave them. Break up with them. Like, give them that much respect to do it the right way. And it's still gonna hurt, obviously. You breaking up with somebody that you love, care about, whatever. And I don't know if they felt that already, or it may come as a complete shock to them. But do it the right way. You know what I'm saying? Because cheating is way worse. It's just a way. It's just not good. And I feel like in the community, like, that's all niggas do. They just lie, they scam, they fuck, and they cheat. Why? Not to say that it's just the community, because the straights do it too, babe. Don't get me wrong. I'm definitely not one of them people that, oh, it's the gays. The straights do it too. But it's like so prominent, like, that I be seeing. Like, every other day I go on Twitter and there's a thread of somebody calling a man out, they ex out for them cheating. It's just, today is July, what's today? July 24th, I believe. Just a month ago, it was like 3 scandals back to back to back on the timeline. I don't know if I want to say their names on camera because I don't want the girls reading me down for any opinion that I got. But it was just scandals of cheating, lies, STDs. It was so much. And I was like, now, had y'all would have just broke up with each other and just fuck with whoever y'all want to fuck with, after that, it probably would have been a little bit better. So, y'all, I got this new buttermilk blush from NYX. They came out with like new blush color. Ooh, they came out with new blush colors, and this is my first time trying it. I like lighter pinks when it comes to blush because I have this. It's in that drawer. I have this like dark hot pinkish blush from Elf, and it's a liquid blush. I do like the liquid blush, but it's just dark. And then I tried a lighter pink from Juvia's Place. Definitely got to get that palette. So I thought this would be kind of like similar. So we're trying this one. I hope I really like it. But anyway, back to cheating ass niggas. Don't cheat on me. Don't cheat on me. Because I'm definitely like, don't like domestic violence. Don't agree with fighting each other. I just don't think that that's like a thing that shouldn't be a thing. But I'm not gonna lie. If I ever would, ooh, y'all see that? 8 down. 8 down. I like this. I like it. I like that, y'all. Put some on. But no, I just feel like if you cheat on me, I may just slap the shit out of you. I may just. Because I just feel like cheating is like the low of the low. Like, you really, like, you hated me that bad to where you had to cheat on me. You had to go fuck somebody else. You had to go talk to somebody else. Because I definitely believe in having sex is not the only form of cheating. You flirting with somebody, you having an emotional connection with someone else, that is cheating. So you hated me that bad to the point where you had to go cheat on me, nickel. You couldn't just break up with me and say, hey, this ain't working out. It's just not serving me. Oh, we gotta split. And as much as that may hurt my feelings and send me into a cardiac arrest and then put me in a coma, which then I would have to be rushed into the hospital, the nearest one, on a gurney on my deathbed, gripping for life, I'd rather you do that than cheat on me. Because if you cheat on me, jail.
Period. Now guess where you going? To jail. You going to jail, bitch.
What that lady say? Jail. Jail. I'm going to jail, bitch. I'm going to jail. Because that's just so disrespectful. That's just so disrespectful on so many levels. Like, and I see it happen to people time and time again. And hopefully, if I ever were to get cheated on, I don't go beating people up, because that's not the appropriate reaction. Is not the appropriate reaction. Leave the person immediately. I think I'm definitely one of those people who be calling people dumbass bitches when they get cheated on and they stay. And sometimes it's not all the way right, but I just don't see the perspective of someone who's like, I'm gonna stay. We're gonna work this out, babe. You had a moment of weakness. A moment of weakness. Because if you do it once, he'll do it again. Period. That's just what I believe. That's what I believe. So leave them. Just leave them, child. Leave them right where they had you fucked up at. That's what I heard once, and that's what I'm sticking to. I'm gonna go on with some gold highlighter just to kind of add some shine, some shimmer to me. It don't never usually work with this palette I got. I don't know if it's because the highlight is just kind of like, I don't know what's wrong with it, but I gotta get a new highlighter palette because it just be like doing what it want to do. But cheating, y'all, I just don't like it. I can't get jiggy with that shit. I just can't. I'll leave a nigga before I cheat on him. I love you that much. In the grand scheme of things, we may not be working out, but I love you that much to respect you and say, hey, this ain't working out. I gotta go. I got a jet. Y'all, my damn phone cut out talking about some storage. I knew it was gonna do some shit like that, so I gotta hurry up. Anyway, Okay, so I did blush, I did highlighter. Now
See ya.
mascara. Even though I don't think I have a lot in here, and I can't really see from far. But yeah, y'all, cheating not good. I know y'all probably like, yeah, you done said that about 5 times. Really did. I'm trying to drill it home to y'all. Cheating is not good. Stop doing that shit. Um, but moving right along. I had an incident with a cousin, right, recently, and it was about like something that I wore. Now, my story is very interesting. I've been gay all my life. I didn't have a coming out story because there was no coming out, baby. There wasn't even a glass closet. I was just me. It was apparent. Um, him, on the other hand, he didn't have the same experience, and so we were going somewhere together. This was like the first time that we were ever going to be hanging out like together because he lives somewhere else and I live here. And it was something that I was gonna wear like a mesh shirt. I did wear. I wasn't going to. I did wear it. Um, and he was just kind of like, like you ain't wearing it. And I'm like, why? Because at first I thought he was playing. So I'm like, why I'm not wearing it? He like, we ain't doing that. Child, before he could even really get out what his point was, my cousins and my uncles was on that ass. They like, why you telling my nephew he can't wear that? What you on? What you trying to say? And you know, like where they from, they real aggressive. Like it don't take much to really get in that ass. He like, nah, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. You weren't playing. You was not playing. So I side-eyed that a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I had already felt it, but like my cousins was pretty much telling me like, you know, he may just not be as comfortable as he is with, because he's gay too. Um, if you didn't know, he's probably just not as comfortable as you know, in his sexuality and who he is and stuff like that. So that's why when he's, I guess, seen what you were wearing or whatever the case, it kind of like scared him a bit. I don't know. But I was just like, that saddened me a little bit to think that, you know, something he saw in me shook him up a bit. Maybe he feels like he couldn't wear nothing like that. He couldn't pull something like that off, which he really could because he's actually really attractive. He has a great body, way better than mine. So I'm like, shit, nigga, if you want to wear something like this, you probably look better in it than me. You know, different vibes. I'm femme. He's more on the masculine side. So it would definitely give two totally different vibes. But nonetheless, he would still look really good. Um, and it just made me think about like my journey with me being gay and stuff like that. I'm sorry, y'all. I really cannot, because I'm far from my mirror, so I really can't see what I'm doing with these eyes. So I'm trying the best that I can. Um, but it just made me think about like me and my journey, and you know, just what it is to be gay. You know, being different. Always having to feel. Well, I'm not gonna say it. This is just from my personal experience, because everyone's experience is different. Um, but just always feeling different, always having to be, you know, cautious of what you do, what you say around certain people. This is me back then because I don't give a fuck now. But, you know, just that constant fear of like somebody pulling your car. And they make it a joke of like, you know, when you was in school and a girl come up to you like, let me ask you a question, or can I ask you a question? It's giving, ooh, girl, she finna tell my secret. She finna tell my secret. No, girl, you can't ask me no question. Why you wanna ask me a question? Why you can't ask him a question? Why you can't ask Bob a question? Why you can't ask Dylan a question? Why you can't ask Jaquan a question? Why you wanna ask me a question? Why? 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 Why, girl? So, you know, just what we have to go through, the strife, the depression, the caution, the worry. It's a lot. And I feel like that's why I'm so like, before like my type, I guess you can say, was like DL men, or like, you know, more masculine prone men. That was kind of like my type. But it's like now that I've gotten older, bye DL. Bye. You can stay in that closet, honey, because I'm in the living room, honey. I'm in the bedroom. You can stay in the closet. I ain't doing that no more. And like kind of like my attraction has changed. I like a little bit more feminine man. I like that. Come here, Bookie. Let's be femmes together. You know what I'm saying? I like a good butch. You know, of course I'm still attracted to masculine men, but I kind of like the duality. If you can be masculine and feminine, I like that. I really do. And it just makes me so much more prouder, and it makes me so much more attracted to a man who could just be himself and not really care about the judgment of others. I like that a lot. And so, again, just going in, I'm going to do a plum colored lip liner because I'm kind of doing like a pink thing today. And this eats down with like a pink lip gloss or a lipstick or whatever the case. I'm putting y'all on. So, back to it. I just have so much more respect for men who could just be themselves and just like bask in it, you know? And I need a pencil sharpener because, honey, I'm using the side of it and it ain't working, honey. Okay, I had to like really focus to put this lip liner on. Don't even know if I did it the right way all the way because again, I am far from my mirror, y'all. And the reason I'm far from my mirror is because I wanted y'all to kind of like see my podcast mic because it kind of gives it a different effect. And I didn't want to be so close up on like the camera and stuff. The camera. I want you to see something. NYX also came out with these cute butter glosses. I got these colors. I kind of mix them up like as I go along. I like the lighter pink with the plum lip liner, but I also kind of do dabble this in a little bit. Kind of gives it a more like blended look, if you will. But yeah, I'm just so proud of like my gay people, and you know, I really love the journey that we take, and like us just being proud of one another and just celebrating that. That's why like I don't only celebrate us for Pride. I go up for us every day. I really do. Of course, for Pride, I'm really gonna show my ass, but I go up for us every day because we are the moment. We are legendary. We are iconic. We are the way of life. You know, how would the world be without gay people? It would be so boring and bland. So boring and bland. But yeah. I just think that like be proud. Be proud of who you are, be proud of who you come from. Don't put nobody else down because you're not comfortable in yourself and who you are. Like that's just not cool. And I kind of felt like that's like kind of what he was doing. Maybe he didn't know he was doing it, like it was a subconscious thing. But before I could even really react or like understand what was going on, my cousins and my uncles, like I said, already jumped on it. So I didn't really have to do much. But once I had time to think about it, I was like, I don't like that. Like, I really don't like that. Like, but that, again, speaks to who he is as a person. That don't really got nothing to do with me. It just made me sad for him. I'm going to use this to, it's black eyeliner. And I use it to kind of, like, bring out, like, my beauty mark. I have one right here. And then I have, like, this, mole on my face. I really can't even like do it. I think I'm doing it. I kind of did it. Y'all see that? I kind of ate that because I'm far from my mirror, so I really can't see. And then I like to make one right here. I don't even know if I said full out what the thought was. I have a mole right here on the side of my eye. It like literally sticks out, so I use this to like blacken it up a bit just to kind of like give it like that beauty mark effect. Okay, y'all, this ain't the finished look, but this is like the premise of it. Don't know how I look on camera. Makeup definitely looks better with lashes on. I just had like lashes, like mink lashes that I got, well, individuals that I had, but obviously they all fell out. It was a while ago. It was for like July 7th, so that was, we about to be in August. Honey, that, the premise of the final look, I gotta say goodbye because my camera keep coming off because it's talking about low storage and all that other stuff. So I'm done. But it was lovely making this video. It was lovely talking to you guys. Hopefully you got something out of this discussion. I know I was just kind of like rambling about stuff and just like kind of like skipping subjects. But the next video will be a lot more put together, I will say for sure. This was like just like my icebreaker back into even making videos and coming on camera and all that other stuff. But again, I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, definitely keep up with Kyle. Come back, look at other videos. I should have other things post. I'll have my social media attached and you can look at that as well. And I will see you guys on the next time. Bye.